Okay, so the camera decided to die for a moment, so I'm picking up where I just finished speaking in the last video, where we were talking about how the short line, the witches speak, battles lost and won, links to and opens up the idea of appearance and reality, and how these three characters win and lose very differently due to this battle. Okay, so on the surface of it, Macbeth and Banquo win honour for themselves, win honour and glory, and they're rewarded with positions, okay, and wealth. Duncan gives Lady Macbeth a diamond, which is a fun little factotum. King Duncan gets to stay in power. So the Norwegians that came to invade Scotland, the Macbeth and Banquo saw off, aren't going to have his throne. He gets to keep his head and his kingdom. So he's a happy bunny, isn't he? But this win, let's think about it. The win that Macbeth gets that leads to his honour and glory and wealth from King Duncan actually spurs on, encourages him in his fatal flaw of ambition, which ultimately leads him to kill Duncan and him. So, to what extent can we really say that King Duncan won the battle? Or even that either of these won? Okay? Because Macbeth ends up dead as well, doesn't he? Right? So, the winning and losing, on the surface, the appearance is that they all win. But in reality, okay, they all kind of lose, don't they? All right? King Duncan loses his life and his kingdom and his power. Banquo loses all of his power and life in society of the time. Macbeth loses eventually his life, but on the way, as part of the tragedy, okay, important, which is the name of this type of play by Shakespeare, a tragedy, the tragic downfall of this character due to his fatal flaw ambition. He loses all self-respect. He loses the respect of his peers who thought him such a good and brave general and noble guy when he was fighting for King Duncan. He loses his wife, kind of loses the relationship that he has with her, in the sense that it becomes so much about the gain of power and status that there's no real relationship left. He loses her in the fact she kills herself later on due to guilt, and he loses his own life. So they all kind of lose, don't they, in lots of ways? And this is something Shakespeare asks us to think about in terms of appearance and reality, and it's something you can keep revisiting throughout the play. You've always got to ask yourself, is there another way to see that? Are the consequences of that, or of this quote, very different later on to how they see him initially? Right? Okay. So, we've got some more chat from the witches. Okay. They mention Macbeth. So by mentioning him so early on in the tragedy, the play, we know that this guy is the hero, okay, who has a fatal flaw, which in the ancient terms, the sophisticated term, is to call it hubris, okay, or the adjective form would be hubristic. Okay, so straight away we know that something's going to happen with him, and the